In this video, I'm going to walk you through the real consequences of ignoring a subpoena, because what most people don't realize could cost you everything. I'm Santiago Cueto, board-certified international business law expert and best-selling author. And in my 30-year career, I've issued thousands of subpoenas. The majority of people take them seriously and respond as they're required to do. However, it might shock you that a few people out there still make the mistake of ignoring them. I've seen it many times. A small envelope arrives at your door, you open it, you see the word subpoena at the top, and your stomach drops. You didn't do anything wrong, so maybe you can just kind of not show up? But before you make that decision, you need to understand exactly what you're risking. Here's what actually happens the moment that subpoena is served to you. Whether it's for a court case, a deposition, or a document production, that piece of paper isn't a suggestion. It's a court order with the full weight of the judicial system behind it. And the moment you decide to ignore it, you've just committed what's called contempt of court. Now, contempt of court comes in two flavors, and neither one is good for you. Civil contempt is designed to compel you to comply. The court can fine you hundreds or even thousands of dollars per day until you show up. These fines don't cap out, they accumulate. I've seen cases where someone ignored a subpoena for just 2 weeks and ended up owing over $20,000. And here's the thing that catches people off guard. The court can also issue a warrant for your arrest under civil contempt. You could be sitting at home thinking you're safe, and suddenly there's a law enforcement officer at your door. But civil contempt is actually the lighter option. Criminal contempt is where things get real serious, real fast. This is when the court decides you're not just being difficult, you're actively obstructing justice. Criminal contempt can result in jail time, not prison, but jail. And while that might sound like a technicality, let me be clear, you're still behind bars for simply ignoring a subpoena. Now, depending on the jurisdiction and the severity, you could be looking at anywhere from a few days to 6 months in jail. And unlike civil contempt, where you can purge the contempt by complying, criminal contempt is punishment. Once you're convicted, showing up late doesn't erase it. Now, if you're finding this information valuable and want to make sure you never miss crucial legal insights that could protect you, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now. Trust me, understanding your legal rights and obligations isn't optional in today's world. Now, let me tell you about the ripple effects that most people never consider. When you ignore a subpoena, you're not just dealing with the immediate court. You're a party to the underlying case. The judge can enter a default judgment against you. That means you automatically lose, even if you had a winning case. I've seen defendants with the legitimate defenses lose everything because they thought they could simply not participate. The court awarded the plaintiff exactly what they asked for, and there was no appeal, no do-over. But even if you're just a witness and not a party to the case, ignoring a subpoena damages your credibility permanently. If you eventually do show up, or if you're involved in future legal matters, that contempt finding follows you. Judges talk to each other, and more importantly, it's all public record. Employers, business partners, and licensing boards can all see that you defied a court order. And here's something that surprises people. Ignoring a subpoena doesn't make the case go away. The other side can ask the court to extend the deadline. They can ask for a bench warrant. They can ask the judge to draw adverse inferences, meaning the court assumes whatever you were supposed to testify about or produce would have hurt your position. You're not avoiding the problem, you're making it exponentially worse. There's also the practical reality that law enforcement will find you. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but when you get pulled over for a routine traffic stop and they run your name, that warrant is going to pop up. Now you're being arrested on the side of a highway, your car is being towed, and you're explaining to your employer why you didn't show up for work, all because you ignored a piece of paper. So what should you do if you receive a subpoena? First, don't panic, but don't ignore it. Read it carefully and note the date, time, and what's being requested. If you have a legitimate reason you can't comply, like a medical emergency, a conflicting court date, or the subpoena is overly burdensome, you can file a motion to quash or even to modify it. But you have to do this before the deadline, and you typically need an attorney to help you out on this. The court might be reasonable, but only if you engage with the process properly. The bottom line is this: A subpoena isn't junk mail you can just toss aside. It's a command from the court, and ignoring it has real, serious consequences that can affect your freedom, your finances, and your future. Now, if this video helped you understand what's really at stake, make sure to like and subscribe so you're always informed when legal issues affect your life. I'm Santiago Cueto, your Florida business attorney. Be sure to watch the next video I've linked here.